Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Whistle. I'm here once again with the boys, Kyle, Jordan, Jay. Say what's up, boys.
What's up, Bruce?
Today we're just going to be reviewing the Super Wildcard Weekend games. We had obviously 3 on Saturday and 3 on Sunday, and I spent a total of probably 20 hours on my couch this weekend, which is probably, you guys can probably relate. I watched a lot of football, and then I topped it off last night watching the national championship. But yeah, let's get right into it.
Jones was balling in the national championship last night. Went for 465, 5 touchdowns with a above 90% or above 80% completion percentage. But no biggie. He's going to be bad in the NFL, right, Reese?
I don't think he'll be very good.
All right.
I mean, Gerard,
Monday JV football could have scored on that Ohio State defense. 4 times.
The Ohio State defense was
Last
very
night,
good.
they looked like absolute garbage.
Because they're playing Alabama.
Alabama's offense makes every defense look like it.
They do.
Alabama has scored plus 50 points on every team this year except the Notre Dame. Actually, that's not. I don't know if that's true, but they beat every team.
They average like 45 points a game though, and the only
This is not the video that we are filming currently.
Yeah, I know. You got a little sidetracked, but fun fact:
they beat every team by more than 10 points this year except Florida.
Yep. All right, well, let's get right into it. Gerard, do you want to start us off with a game? Share your screen, something like that?
Yeah, sure. Hang on. All right, we in? And we're sharing.
Yep,
All right.
we can see it.
Okay. So here we go. Our first matchup of the weekend was the Indianapolis Colts versus the Buffalo Bills, in which what was probably Phillip Rivers' last game as a quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. I mean, they really hung in there. Jonathan Taylor, who Reese thinks is actually the best human to walk on the face of the planet Earth, he played pretty well. He had 78 yards. I mean, the Bills' defense did not look fabulous, but I'd just like to point out one player. Josh Allen looked like a beast on Saturday, and I don't see him slowing down anytime soon. I mean, the Bills are going to be a tough team to beat in the playoffs.
Honestly, I'd like to come on the pod today and officially make. I know the Colts lost, but I'd like to make an apology to the Colts. You know, I've been disrespecting them since the very beginning when we did our power rankings. I had them at, what did I have them, 13 or 14? I disrespected them in this game, saying that they were going to lose by 15 points. I'm going to be honest. Even though the Colts came out and lost that game, they surprised me big time. I was wrong about them. Their offense looked much better than I was expecting them to. Someone that really stepped up on that offense was Zach Pascal, the rookie. I was really surprised by his production.
Also, Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman looked really good.
Except he dropped a pass in the end zone.
But that wasn't a great throw.
Yeah, but he's an NFL receiver. He should have cut the ball.
He had over 100 total yards. Also,
he had 101. Yeah, you're right.
And Zach Pascal, 3 catches, 37 yards. But also, sorry, one player that stepped up. I don't mean to cut you off there, Reese, but did anybody see Gabriel Davis just show up and have 4 toe drags in the last
Gabriel Davis
approximately 4 minutes?
They'd have a nice day, yeah.
Gabriel Davis is one of the most underrated receivers in the NFL. The entire year, he's just been outshined by Stephon, which obviously makes sense, but he's actually really good.
And Stephon Diggs did Stephon Diggs things in this game. You know, 6 receptions, 128 yards, and a TD.
And Cole Beasley is also a very good wide receiver.
Yeah, and Cole Beasley was playing injured. You could tell that, you know, he came off after probably every other play, and then he came back into his place in the slot, and he put up great production, as we can see. Zach Moss is probably out for the rest of the playoffs. He went down. So that means that they're going to have big production in the run game from Kevin Singletary, who I think is perfectly capable. But that was
just signed Devontae Freeman.
Yeah, Devontae Freeman to their practice squad. So he'll probably get moved up. But if it pans out anything like he did with the Giants, it will not make a difference.
True.
Yeah, and also really looking at these stats, besides passing yards, or even with passing yards, the Colts really dominated every facet of this game. I mean, they had more first downs. They were more efficient on third down. They had more fourth down conversions. They had more plays. They had less punts. They had the same amount of penalties. And their time possession was 9 minutes higher than the Bills. I don't know how the Colts lost this football game.
Yeah, I honestly don't know how either. They dominated in literally every single stat.
I just want to say I watched every single minute of this game, and the Colts. I came into this game hoping the Bills would win, but after watching for like the first quarter, I mean, you could tell that the Colts were like they wanted it so much more than the Bills.
Yeah.
You could see that they were running so much harder, tackling so much harder. The Bills seemed to think that like they had the game in the bag before it even started, which obviously is not true because they won by 3 points. So the Colts obviously surprised them there. But the Colts really played a much harder football game.
Kyle,
Up on top.
I respect that, but I just gotta say one thing. I really think the Bills definitely want to win this game. The Bills Mafia has been going crazy for many years. The Bills haven't won a playoff.
Were you watching the game?
Yes, I was watching the game, but
The
the Bills
Colts wanted it so much more. I'm not saying the Bills didn't try, but
the Bills
Colts
haven't
were
won a playoff game in 25 years. You saw the jubilance on their faces after the game. The Bills were definitely going hard after every tackle. Maybe the Colts just looked more prepared, but the Bills definitely wanted this game. Don't take it on the account of the Bills not wanting to win this game.
Again, I didn't say that.
I mean, it's a playoff game. They're obviously going to give it their all and try to win.
I'm just saying that they thought that they had the game in the bag because they're the Bills and they're playing the Colts.
I mean,
the Bills have so much hype right now.
And there was also some controversy in this game with that. What I think was the right call. That what was originally called the fumble by Zach Pascal. What were your guys' thoughts on that call? I think the refs had made the right call. I don't think there was enough to overturn it. And they couldn't just have assumed that he was touching him before the ball was fumbled. So there was no angle that made it necessarily definitive. So
I have to respectfully disagree with you on that one. I mean, if you looked at it from one replay angle, I thought I could clearly see his hand was not on him. His knee was off the ground, and he fumbled. That was I thought it was most definitely a fumble, and I thought that play should have been overturned, and the Bills should have gotten the ball right then and there, and taken a few knees and sent the game to end when it ended, or before it ended.
I don't do this often, but I agree with Gerard. There was one angle that you could I mean, at least I thought you could clearly see that he was not touching him and the knee was above the ground. So it 100% should have been a fumble. But again, it didn't end up changing the path of the game, so it's fine.
I'm not going to lie. I wasn't watching the game. Didn't see what happened.
Come on, Jay.
So I honestly cannot get my input on that.
All right, let's move on to the next game.
Yeah.
Oh, Kyle, I'm going to let you start this one. Your Seattle Seahawks really showed up this weekend, I think.
True.
I miss the Seahawks.
Anyway, this game really made me depressed, man. The Seahawks, I had in the Super Bowl, losing to the Chiefs, but I've always been a Seahawks fan since I was a little Kyle.
A young chap.
It really hurt to watch this game. I mean, the Rams defense came out to play. They were just so good, even with Aaron Donald hurt. And the Seahawks offense, I mean,
they're boxed.
They couldn't do anything. They could not do anything. Russell Wilson looked like Jared Goff, and Jared Goff looked like Russell Wilson.
Hey, don't disrespect my boy Jared Goff like that.
They switched bodies. I'm not disrespecting him, but he is just a mediocre quarterback. I mean, like on neither side of the ball did it look like the Seattle Seahawks wanted to win the game. Like they just, I'm at a loss for words on this game. I cannot believe they lost. So
I mean, I got to give it up.
Go ahead, Jared.
Sorry. I got to give it up for Jared Goff. Like, round of applause for Jared Goff. I mean, The man had surgery about 7 days ago, or 7 days to Sunday, and he went out and balled. And he didn't ball, but like he did enough to get it done.
His job, yeah.
He did enough to get it done for his team. He didn't kill his team, and I have to give props for that because that took major courage to go out there and win that game. Another player that I want to look at, or there's two more players that I want to look at. One, I don't know where my screen isn't letting me scroll down right now. There we go. One is Cam Akers. Cam Akers went for 28 yards or 20 carries and 131 yards at 4.7 carries a pop. I mean, that is some insane numbers we put up right there.
Mhm.
And one other player I want to look at is Andrew Wentworth, the tackle for the left tackle for the Los Angeles Rams. He on November 15th, 2020 to be exact, he tore his MCL in his right knee. And he is a 38-year-old tackle, so everybody thought his career's done, his season's done. He is not going to come back. He fought his way back, and he came back for the game, and he played great. He really just stopped the edge rushers. I don't remember one point in this game where I was like, oh my God, Jared Goff just got lit up off the left side. He played very well, especially coming off that injury. So I just want to give it up for him. And then on Seattle's side, I wanna just take a second and say to one man on this team, not DK Metcalf, even though he was being a little baby and crying on the sideline. He was being like his little mouth guard was and absolutely just crying on the sideline because he wasn't getting the ball. This man, right here? Blitzboy just did not show up. He literally didn't show up for the game. I mean, he got burned quite a few times in coverage, and
I had that dirty hit.
I wouldn't say that was a dirty hit. He put his shoulder into him, and he put his shoulder into him, and his head hit his neck, and he was trying to get out of the way, but it was a bad hit. But Jamal, you did not show up, and the Seahawks gave up 2 first-round picks for you and a second, if I'm correct, or 2 first and 2 seconds, or 2 first and a second.
Highway robbery from Joe.
Gerard, I pose this question to you. Can you finally admit that the New York Jets won that trade?
No.
They won that trade.
No. Right now, it looks like they won it, but you got to see who the Jets draft first. If the Jets completely tank the 2 picks, then
the Jets don't tank picks anymore.
Yeah, I just think the biggest thing about this game, a few things that stood out to me was after John Walford got injured on that hit from Jamal Adams, I was worried for the Rams' sake. I thought that their season was for sure over with. And I know it seems weird, Jared Goff was coming into the game. He's obviously a better quarterback when healthy than John Wolford is, but that's the thing. He wasn't healthy. He had surgery 5 days ago from the date of that game. And I knew that the running backs were gonna have to take over. And Cam Akers definitely, I would say, took over. And I also said in the group chat, I'm reading it right now, that the Rams defense is gonna have to bring it. And they did. The Rams defense stepped up. Jalen Ramsey did his job. Aaron Donald posed a world of problems for the Seattle Seahawks. And the biggest thing about this game to me was Russell Wilson. I was talking about Russell Wilson and how he is able to get away from the pass rush better than anyone in the NFL. And I still stand by that. However, he didn't look particularly good in this game. And I think it's important to note that this Seahawks franchise, their success could be in jeopardy. They've been good for a very long time. They've been consistently good for a very long time. And I think Pete Carroll is on the hot seat. That whole coaching staff, Russell Wilson's getting old. I think their whole team, this is just an indicator of what's to come.
I mean,
Carroll's not in the hot seat, Reese.
Look, he is.
I think he is.
No, he's not. He has made the playoffs.
I mean, he's on the hot seat, but people are pondering the idea that he might get fired soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
Okay, whatever.
Also, I just want to bring up the point. Everybody always goes Russell Wilson this, Russell Wilson that, Russell Wilson this, Russell Wilson's elite, Russell Wilson this, Russell Wilson that. Yeah, Russell Wilson's won 1 Super Bowl, but that Super Bowl was with quite possibly the best defense of all time.
Should have been two.
Should have been 2. Do you not remember the Packers dropping the ball on the onside kick and choking a 17-point lead in the game before that?
I was talking about the game.
Talking about the Patriots game.
But the game before that, the NFC Championship that year, the Packers had a big lead and they choked it away, and there was an onside kick that they dropped and the Seahawks recovered.
Well,
okay.
Came back. In that game, he threw a goal line pick. The ball.
All right. let's move on. I think we said all that needed to be said. Jay, did you watch this game at least?
I watched a little bit. Not gonna lie.
Let's go. This is an interesting game.
Reese's favorite player in the NBA. Oh my God, I just said NBA. Reese's favorite player in the NFL is officially Taylor Heineke.
I mean, Taylor. Gerard, you can start with this game, but all I have to say is
no, it's all you. It's all you. You're on the Taylor Heineke train. So let's let you kick it off.
I mean, okay. So Taylor Heineke came in week 17 in that fourth quarter, week 16 in that fourth quarter, and he wasn't doing anything flashy because obviously nobody's ever heard of the guy. He's coming out of Old Dominion. He still has to take finals, they were talking about in the game, for his college. And this is an inexperienced dude that nobody's ever heard of. And he came in, he threw a touchdown, and he was making all his throws. He was making all the right reads, and he was just serving as a game manager. In this game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he was
elite, please.
He looked like an elite NFL quarterback.
Lord.
I agree.
Oh, Lord.
By the way, playing on a separated shoulder after the rushing touchdown.
Madonna.
The biggest thing that stood out to me about Taylor Heineke was his ability to get away from the pass rush. I mean, Washington's offensive line was collapsing in on him the whole game, and he was able to use his feet, especially on that one play in the fourth quarter. I know you guys know what I'm talking about, where he basically evaded 3 guys and was able to run for the first down. And
was that a touchdown?
What? No, it wasn't. But that was a different play, but that one was amazing too. And I just think Taylor Heineke, Washington, I was surprised. I was surprised thoroughly.
The one thing that I just want to bring up with Taylor Heineke, look, I'm not taking away the fact that he played well, and I'm not taking away from the fact that he looked like a good quarterback in this game. He did. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were planning all week to blitz and blitz and blitz and blitz and blitz and blitz some more on Alex Smith. I mean, in the Week 17 matchup with the Philadelphia Eagles, any time that Alex Smith would feel any bit of pressure, you would just immediately throw that ball away. Taylor Heineke, on the other hand, nobody knew who he was, and nobody knew how elusive he was. I really think a big account of all his success was him catching the Buccaneers just off guard, that, oh my gosh, this kid can actually run, and oh my gosh, we can't blitz him. We have to keep him in the pocket. And they were blitzing him, and they could not keep him in the pocket. They didn't have a spy on him. So I really think that if they would have had more time to prepare for Taylor Heineke and would have had some film on him, because if you guys remember, he only played one quarter, pretty much one drive. And if they would have had some more time and would have blitzed him, would have had some more time to prepare for Taylor Heineke, I feel like you could really minimize him and make him throw into a few more mistakes.
Okay, but that shouldn't take anything away from how Taylor Heineke played during the game. Just because they didn't prepare for him doesn't take away the fact that he still played amazing and he was making all of his throws and all of his reads that had really nothing to do with the game plan.
Well, once again, I did say that he did play. I didn't want to say that he didn't play well, but I think he wouldn't have been as dominant. Like people are saying he's definitely going to be the starter of this team next year. And I just really think if they would have had some more film on him, he would have made a few more mistakes.
I mean, he should be considered for the starting job. I don't know if he just automatically gets it.
Yeah,
he should be in competition
still
for
be
someone.
in the discussion. It's not automatic, obviously. Wouldn't be automatic if he had won this game. If he had won the Super. Maybe if he won the Super Bowl.
If he won the Super Bowl, he's getting
maybe
$20 million in the starting.
But even though he lost this game, Taylor Heineke definitely earned him a spot at training camp. He definitely earned him a spot to compete with another quarterback for the starting job of the Washington football team next season.
He just earned himself some respect.
Definitely.
He could throw the ball. And by the way, he could run the ball. He was the Washington football team's leading rusher and passer. So,
I mean, Antonio Gibson just decided to not show up this week, I guess.
Yeah, 2.2 yards.
I mean, the Buccaneers defense is the best in the NFL.
I said Rams, but
what?
I mean, their run defense is the best in the NFL.
I mean, one thing that stood out to me also was Chase Young was invisible.
Oh yeah. What happened to I want Brady?
He's
I
fucking
want
that
Tom.
rah-rah.
I want Tom. My man had one tackle and two assists, and he did not have a pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah,
Not dangerous, not gonna lie.
did not live up to the words that he was talking about.
He woke up feeling dangerous that day.
And we can just mention the quick fact that the 43-year-old man had 381 yards and 2 touchdowns, but no biggie.
And another thing that stood out to me was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will not – I mean, the Buccaneers looked sloppy. Their offense looked sloppy in this game. And what I mean by that is if they play like that against the Saints, they are going to lose. The Saints defense is one that is polished. They have been undoubtedly the best defense in the NFL in the second half of the season. I mean, Chris Godwin had – if you were watching this game, it was noticeable. Chris Godwin did not look like himself. He had 3 or 4 wide open drops. And, you know, Tom Brady's receivers just didn't look particularly good. Leonard Fournette surprised me a lot. And Mike Evans had the game of his life.
Reese, I just got to say that if you're talking about an offense not looking good, and I'm really going to just say it, Reese is a huge Saints fan. I think the Saints is just his second favorite team in the NFL. But if you're talking about an offense looking good, and because I'm just going to move to this game now next, because I think we've kind of hit it on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Washington football team. And these were the 3 games that we really wanted to pull out. And I know that this is a little bit off topic, but I think we should start moving on to the divisional round. The first game I want to really hit, or unless you want to hit these 2 games, the Browns and Saints.
We should probably talk about the Browns game, and there's not really much we can say, you know. I don't even know.
Utter dominance by the Browns.
Yeah, the Steelers came out and looked bad, and we knew the Saints were going to win. We all expected the Ravens to win, but Kyle didn't. Since
wait, can you just click on that Titans game and highlight Derrick Henry real quick?
You went off, bro.
Yeah, no. We're gonna.
No. It's okay. Seriously. I was the only person that said that the Ravens defense was gonna neutralize them. Sure enough, Kyle and Gerard both said that he was gonna go for 100+ yards, 18 rushes, 40 yards.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, they were getting in the backfield every single play, and it's like they came very prepared. And Wink Martindale, hats off to you, man. That was a really good
coach right there.
Don Martindale is a great defensive coordinator, and he came prepared for Derrick Henry and that Titans offense.
But I just want to go over this game really fast because Reese just said it, and it's completely it's on my mind now. Reese stated that the Buccaneers did not look good, and maybe they didn't look great, and Chris Godwin was a little shaky. But the New Orleans Saints were a dropped pass away from being in a game with the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears. I mean, Trubisky looked good. He didn't look like a bad quarterback that game. And their offense put up 21 points. 7 in the first half. 7 in the first half. I don't see any way, honestly, that Tom Brady loses this game. I don't see any way that Tom Brady loses this football game.
I see every way. I don't think that there's a chance that they win. Saints are just the better team.
I think the Bucs are gonna win. Tom Brady's been playing amazing lately. I'm confident in my boy Tom.
Can you just go to the Saints Bears just for reference?
I'd just like to put it out there, by the way.
The Jimmy Graham made the best catch I've ever seen.
Yes.
199, 1 touchdown. Should have had 230 and 2 touchdowns, but
that might have been the last catch of his career. Anyway, Michael Thomas having a big game this week.
Honestly, I agree. That the Saints did not look particularly good. They didn't look like the Saints that I've been hyping them up to be, especially on the defensive side of the ball. You know,
I mean, their defense played pretty well. They held them to 9 points, but
their defense played great, but their offense, just looked sloppy. Wait, can you go to the Saints real quick? Just go back to that and go to the.
Kamara played well. Michael Thomas had a good game.
Kamara always plays well. That's what I've been trying to tell you guys.
Kamara's
the second best running back in the league.
Kamara has not had a one. Now I'm getting off topic again, man. Your points make me get off topic. It's so frustrating. But Kamara has never had 1,000 yards in
This is
his
all about.
career.
I just peep the Kamara stats. All-purpose stats.
107 yards, 100 and
No. Like his season stats.
1,500 yards.
That's correct.
Okay, but to say he's the second best running back in the NFL, I mean,
Yeah. I don't know what Reese is on there.
I'm not saying he's not top 5, but he's not the second best running back in the NFL.
I'd probably
I just
put
think to me,
I put McCaffrey, Derrick Henry.
Saquon Barkley and Dalvin Cook all ahead of him.
I just think to
I would
me
put
it's
Saquon
so
on
maybe maybe he's fourth at worst. He's fourth at worst because to me it is so valuable to have a running back that can be a threat in the run game and in a receiving down.
Okay, but it's valuable to have a running back that's a threat in the run game.
I mean, that's also why George Kittle's the best tight end in the league, because on a 3rd and 1, when George Kittle's on the field, you don't know if the 49ers are going to run the ball or pass the ball because he can block and he can catch and he can run routes. He can run routes like a wide receiver.
I'd say that Saquon Barkley is better at running and better at catching when healthy than Alvin Kamara is.
That is an abomination.
Talk to me when Saquon plays.
Yes, look at his rookie stats.
Kyle, you said
yards,
that's 2 years.
700 receiving yards.
Kyle said MT is gonna have a big game this coming week. He had a big game against the Bears. I mean,
he had a respectable game.
Okay, can we give him he hasn't
5 for 73?
He hasn't 5 for 73. That's a big game.
I will never praise Slamboy in my life.
No.
I'm saying
that's his first game since his first game since what, like week 5 or whenever he got injured.
No,
he played 1 week. I think we've exhausted the topic of last week's games. I mean,
move on to the next round.
I think we have to move on to the division round. Let's look at, and I know we didn't really look into the Saints Buccaneers game. We're gonna go back to that after this. Look at the Rams Packers. Reese, who you got in this game and why?
This is a no-brainer for me. I think it's going to be a clean sweep across the board, unless Kyle just decides to come out with a Kyle take and take the Rams. The same team that just beat his Seattle Seahawks, but I'm taking the Packers. I'm taking the Packers. I think that Rams defense will give Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones a little bit of trouble, but I just think I just think that the Packers are just a better team on paper and on the football field. So,
all right, I agree with you. I think the Packers will win, but I think it's going to be a lot closer than a lot of people think. Like, that Packers defense is not very good, and we saw what Cam Akers was able to do to that Seahawks defense. So I think Cam Akers and the Rams rushing attack's going to have a big game against the Packers. I still think the Packers are going to win because the Packers offense is too dominant, but I think it's going to be a close game.
Kyle?
I'll go last.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God. Kyle, bro. Don't do it, bro.
As we know, Aaron Donald, I don't know if you guys knew this, but Aaron Donald tore something or something happened to his rib.
He'll play.
Yes, I know he'll play. Aaron Donald tore something, and I think that he definitely will play. But I think that with his torn rib, he'll be a bigger factor than he would have been without a torn rib. I think it's going to be one of those games where you're like, oh my Lord, look at this man go. And I think he's really going to disrupt that decimated Packers offensive line with David Bakhtiari out. They have another guard out. I mean,
the thing that I'm looking really forward to. Sorry, Gerard, but we can come back to you.
Damn.
No. Continue. That's so my bad.
I think he's gonna dominate this game, and I think he's gonna make Aaron Rodgers feel uncomfortable. And I don't think the Packers' offense is gonna strike on all cylinders like it has been in the last few weeks. With that being said, I think the Packers will get this game done. But I think there would be a wake-up call. We'd be like, oh, the Packers aren't as invincible as we really think they are. I think this game will be 21-17 Packers.
I definitely think that the Packers are not as good as people make them out to seem. But another thing is when people talk about this LA Rams defense, which is obviously like amazing, like a top 3, maybe 4 defense in the league.
I'd say top 1.
In my opinion. everybody talks about, Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey, which are obviously the two stars, but Aaron Donald, having him on your team is not only does he make a huge impact by himself, but he makes every single person on that defensive line a better player.
I agree.
And it's evident. You could see it against Seattle. Everybody was getting pressure because everybody focuses on Aaron Donald, and they take their eyes off of guys like Jonathan Joseph Day and other guys. So, and DJ Reader and all those guys that are perfectly capable, but they lay low because of Aaron Donald.
He's a
I
top.
think another thing. My biggest, the biggest thing I'm looking at in this game is the matchup between Jalen Ramsey and Devontae Adams.
Devontae's gonna torch him.
All right.
I don't know, dude. Jalen's really good.
Jalen's
But,
the best corner in the league.
Wait,
man.
Kyle, wait a second. Let me get in one more thing because I know you're about to come in with a Kyle bomb. So let me bring in before you get it. Reese, going back to your point of Aaron Donald making everybody around him better, I have to say I think Aaron Donald's is top 3, if not the best player in the NFL right now. I mean, he just what he does is insane. It's really insane. He really makes everyone around him better. Kyle, go ahead.
Okay. I would like to say that I have thought about this game for a while, ever since the Rams won.
No way he's about to pick the Rams.
He's gonna
Wait.
say Packers win.
Let me explain myself.
No way he's about to say the Rams.
No, just let Kyle talk.
The Los
His
Angeles
MVP, his Devontae Adams, his
Let Kyle talk.
are insane.
All right, show.
I don't think that this is obviously going to be a blowout one way or another. I see the Packers winning this game. I see the Rams winning this game. I just happen to see the Rams winning this game more often than the Packers.
Yeah.
Shh. We can all agree that the Packers' defense is maybe a little above average.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The Packers' offense is where they get all their wins,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Their offense consists of 2 players, Aaron Jones, Devontae Adams, and Aaron Rodgers, so 3.
And
I know Lazard, Valdez-Scantling are good, but whatever.
Rodgers makes them good. Devontae Adams makes them good, just like Tunyon.
I truly believe Jalen Ramsey is going to lock up Devontae, even though he's better than DK, better than D-Hop, debatable. Jalen Ramsey locked up both those players to, I don't know, I know D-Hop in week 17 of 2 catches for 17 yards or something.
yeah, I almost stole my fantasy year.
Yeah, that's like what DK had. He had 3 catches for
Yeah, DK played him twice. He has
He had
4
5
catches.
90-something yards and 2 touchdowns, but yeah.
All right, anyway.
Not on Jalen Ramsey though. On Jalen Ramsey, he got targeted 7 times and had 3 catches for 20 yards.
Anyway, I truly see the Rams defense taking this game into their hands, not locking up the Packers, but holding them to 21 points, and I see the Rams winning by 3. Jared Goff, healthier, can win this game.
Another thing, I'll be quick, Gerard. I'll be quick. Another thing is I know people underestimate this this part of the playoffs, but this game is at Lambeau Field. It's going to be hard for the LA Rams to come into Lambeau Field in the snow. It's supposed to be snowing in this game. In the snow, in the cold, for them to be able to take over, like Kyle said, is going to be a challenge.
Never mind.
It's going to be a challenge.
I didn't know it was snowing. I
don't see any way the Rams going in.
There's no way the Rams winning in the snow. The Packers know how to play in the snow. The Los Angeles Rams do not.
Hey, Reese, remember when I mentioned that 3 weeks ago and you guys said I was insane, but okay.
That's how it works. The Packers win in the snow. Aaron Rodgers, his hands just don't get cold.
I remember I was having a conversation with Reese a few weeks back, and we were talking about who the best team in the NFC is, and he was like, it's got to be the Saints. And I was like, dude, the Packers are the best team in the NFC, and if the Packers get home field advantage, it's a huge advantage for them.
You're saying it's the Packers, but you had the Bucs making the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, I do have the Bucs making the Super Bowl, but the Packers are going to be the hardest team to beat, but the Bucs are going to beat them.
Okay. All
right. Nice matchup. This is going to be great. I'm actually very excited for this game. I just said Reels. Ravens at Bills. Who wants to kick? You know what? I'm going to kick this one off. Because,
No, Gerard. No, you're not. Jay is.
Oh, okay.
All right, I actually have really mixed feelings about this game.
I mean, the Ravens aren't a Super Bowl team or anything, but yeah.
Okay. I see. I can see either team winning this game, both the Ravens and the Bills. But overall, with how the Ravens are playing, I think the Ravens will win. It might be bold. I don't know what you guys think about this game, but I know they only scored 20 points last game, but I really like the things I saw from Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson is going to do very well against a Bills defense that definitely took a step back from last year. I think that rushing attack is going to be too much for them to handle. I got Ravens 24-21.
I'm going to name 4 players that are going to win the Ravens this football game on Sunday. Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
J.K. Dobbins. Marlon Humphreys.
Yep. Marlon Humphrey.
Calais. Those
Calais.
4 players. Well, because Calais is going to get pressure on Josh Allen, force him into bad decisions. But those 4 players are going to swing the hit, or if the Ravens want to win this football game, those 4 players have to show up. I mean, that's the only way they're going to win, and I think they will show up. I'm taking the Ravens 31-28 in a nail biter.
I think I'm taking the Ravens as well. This is hard for me to do.
Why is everybody taking the Ravens? They're going to lose now.
It's hard for me to do because the Bills 13-3 in the regular season. The 2 seed going up against the 5-seeded Baltimore Ravens. It's hard for me to take the Ravens, but I'm going to do it. I think we're going to see a lot of back and forth scheming between Wink Martindale and Brian Daboll, 2 New York Jets head coach candidates, by the way. But that's not the point. The point is those are 2 of
Good with the Chiefs at 32. Ryan has them selecting Jalen Phillips out of Miami. No, Brady.
Kyle.
Anyway, moving on.
Those are 2 of the best coaches at their respective job titles in the whole National Football League, and I think that we're going to see a huge clash between that Ravens defense and that Bills offense, and I think that this is going to be a very, very good game. I'm taking Baltimore Ravens 27-21.
I completely agree with that, Reese. I think that the matchup is going to be great. It's going to be a great game. I say high scoring game, but I'm also wait.
Please don't. Please don't ruin my Super Bowl prediction right here. Please don't take them.
I'll be taking the Baltimore Ravens. I'm joking.
Oh.
My
Super Bowl prediction down the drain.
I think that the Ravens are no match for the Bills. They've been heating up recently, especially last week against the Titans.
All 4 of us just took the Ravens in this game.
This is why I can't have nice things because
Gerard, why does that ruin anything?
Because it's karma, man. Like when all of us take the Ravens, we know they're gonna
next
lose.
matchup.
The Bills are winning. Don't worry, Gerard, I got you.
Let's hurry this up. People don't make it this far anyways.
No
one's watching, so I'm gonna. I don't know. You want to see a backflip? Okay. Anyway, moving on.
All right. Next matchup: Browns Chiefs.
Wait. Can I please start this one off?
No. If this isn't a Chiefs clean sweep, you are out of your mind.
I'm not saying the Chiefs are gonna lose, man. I'm not saying it. But the Chiefs might lose. Give me a second.
I see it being a good game. But I think the Chiefs will win.
So the Chiefs are.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
OP. They don't have
Give me 1 second, please.
They will not be beaten.
Okay, I guess I can't speak.
No,
the Chargers beat them.
I don't want you to speak.
The Chargers beat them, Kyle.
All right, so
no, in week 3.
So did the Raiders.
Raiders beat them in week 8.
Raiders
beat them in week 16. But 17.
No. Please.
Just go, bro. It doesn't matter. They beat them in week 17 when they didn't have Patrick Mahomes or Tyreek Hill or anybody.
Can I just talk, please? Yes? Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
Anyway,
Okay, Kyle's not letting me speak again. But in 2020, there was a game. There was a team called the Baltimore Ravens who were 14-2.
Don't care.
the number one overall seed. And everybody thought, oh, Baltimore's going to the Super Bowl. There's another team who was the 6th seed who just beat the 3 seed. Nobody thought they were going to beat. Better name
Stop speaking G. Chiefs in 1.
was the Tennessee Titans. How did they beat the Ravens? By a run game. The one way to beat the Chiefs, look. I think the Chiefs will win this game 8 out of 9 times. And maybe they will win this game. And maybe I'm just a lunatic right here.
You are.
But the Cleveland Browns have a team that can dominate time of possession, keep Patrick Mahomes off the field, and they have a defense that can get after Patrick Mahomes. Look, the Chiefs will most likely win this game. But the Brownies,
Yeah.
you have to watch out for them. I mean, it's not going to be a blowout like everybody thinks. You know what? I'm not going to take the Brownies, but if the Brownies win, I want everybody coming back to this moment and saying, wow, Gerard almost had a sense and trust in the Brownies, but I'm going to take the Chiefs still. I mean, got to, but 28-24 Chiefs.
All right, but Gerard, so the only thing I want to say about the comparison between the Chiefs this year, for the 14-2 Chiefs this year and the 14-2 Ravens last year, is that this year the Chiefs are a proven team. They've proven they can win in the playoffs. The year before, the Ravens went 14-2. They lost in the wild card game to Philip Rivers. But the Chiefs are coming fresh off a Super Bowl win last year. So I don't really think it's – well, I see why you make the comparison, but I don't think it's really fair to make the comparison. I think the Browns-Chiefs can be a good game. I think the Browns are a really good team, no matter what Juju says about them. But I think I'm going Chiefs 31, Browns 21.
I'm going.
This one's for Juju, by the way.
All right. I'm going Chiefs 32-21.
Chiefs.
Wait,
Going
did you say the Chiefs?
We're
What
going
only-
Chiefs. I'm
Evan.
going Chiefs 33-21.
Oh, by the way, Odell's back for this game.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
I just think Kareem Hunt revenge game, by the way, on the Chiefs, but that's not the point. The point is the Chiefs have had an extra week to scheme. You know, they obviously had a first round bye. They're gonna be all rested, and they're gonna come out and they're not gonna be able to be stopped on the offensive side of the ball.
All right, let's move on.
All right, last game, boys. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Reese.
Bucs and Colts.
Hang on. I'm writing something up really quickly.
Should I start?
Yeah.
Saints. End my speech. No. Saints have been looking really good. The Bucs let up 23 points to the Washington football team with XFL quarterback who is still getting his engineering degree. I see there's not much else to say. I think the Saints are the better team, and they are going to the Super Bowl now since my Seattle Seahawks were knocked out. So, yeah.
Are you ready?
I'll go last.
Are you ready? You know, Jay, you should go because me and Reese are about to go hard in the paint right now.
Is
Bucs
Rojo
win.
playing?
Bucs winning.
Probably.
Bucs winning. I don't care. I don't care how Tom Brady did during the Saints in the regular season. I don't care about any of that. The way the Bucs are playing right now, gonna beat the Saints. I already know it. The Saints were okay against the Chicago Bears, an 8-8 playoff team. But so are the Bucs. The Bucs weren't great against the football team. I'll say that. They let up 23 points to Taylor Heineke, my dad.
I mean, just to add on to that, Levante David wasn't playing, so that's a big player that they're going to get back this week.
That's true. But I just don't see a way that Tom Brady is losing in the playoffs to Drew Brees. I don't see it. I don't see a way that's going to happen.
I see
All right,
it.
Reese, ready for this
I'll
one?
show you one day.
Reese,
I'll go.
ready?
I'll go.
All right, Reese, ready? I don't know if you can read that or not, but
Montez Hill.
$5, the Bucs will beat the Saints, and it is signed by Gerard Garofalo. Are you
Let's
going
sign
to
it on.
make the signature? Are you that confident that the Saints will win this game? or
Yep.
you're not that
Yep.
confident.
Yep.
So can I just get a signature on a piece of paper? Just to confirm.
I'll send that to you tonight.
Sounds good.
I'll go. All right. As it says at the very first headline, matchup for the ages. This is going to be the best game of the playoffs, in my opinion.
And this is literally winner go on, loser go home. Because when Drew Brees loses, he's gonna retire and go home.
I think, we all know the Saints beat the Bucs twice in the regular season. I know I'm a huge believer that the playoffs are a whole different thing, But I think that the Saints come out prepared. Sean Payton out coaches Bruce Arians in this game. I think Bruce Arians is very overrated.
Most overrated coach in the NFL.
I think he's a very overrated coach.
Yes, sir.
I'm obviously taking the Saints. I think Cam Jordan has a huge day. He has 5 pressures, 2 sacks, a lot of tackles, and he has rookie Tristan Wirfs on him, by the way. And as soon
Wirfs
as
is diff, though.
What'd you say?
I said Wirfs is diff, though.
Wirfs ain't nothing.
All right.
Michael Thomas has a huge game. The Bucs don't really have a CB1 to guard Michael Thomas.
Carlton Davis is quite good.
Jamel Dean is also good in Madden, but that doesn't mean that he's good in real life.
Yeah, but Carlton Davis is low-key box.
Can't guard Mike regains his throne in this game. No, I'm joking.
He's only good in Superstar.
Saints win this game. Go to the NFC Championship against the Green Bay Packers.
Against the
Are
Los
you guys ready for this? Are you ready?
All right, let's wrap up the video.
Hang on. Let me go, Kyle.
All right, thanks for watching. Gerard doesn't get to speak.
That wasn't funny. That was me.
Oh, goodbye. I'm going to cut myself, though. Okay.
In many years
All right, Gerard, do you want to go?
Where's yours?
of football existing, historically, a team that has beaten another team 2 times in one season does not historically come out and beat them a 3rd time.
Give me one example of that.
John Jay Youth Football, 2015. well, we beat them in the championship, but I'll give you another example. 2007 New York Giants, 2007 Dallas Cowboys. Beat them twice in the regular season. Giants beat them in the playoffs. Beyond that. But that's 2 examples, by the way. But I really just think that Tom Brady is going to come out in this game. Antonio Brown.
Come out. Hey, yo.
Tom Brady is going to come out, and Antonio Brown, Chris Godwin, Rob Gronkowski, Mike Evans, what is it? Ronald Jones, Leonard Fournette, all are going to come out. They're all going to play so very well. Tristan Wirfs is going to absolutely lock up Cameron Jordan. And the Buccaneers will not only win this game, they will win this game in fashionly. I don't know what that word was, but it's going to be a word from now on. They're going to win this game in fashion, and they are going to kill the Saints this weekend. They're going to win 31-13.
Saints break the playoff narrative.
I actually don't think they're going to beat the Saints, but I think the Saints are going to have something to where they get screwed by the refs, and the Buccaneers are going to win.
Oh, my God. After all that, bro.
I'm going to laugh again.
After all that, bro.
Buccaneers are going to win, though. So pretty much that's the end of the video. I mean, if you stayed this far, once again, you got a cookie.
Gerard bakes you fresh cookies.
No. If you text me the word Saints lose to Bucs, you got a cookie. My phone number will be not in the
Saints break the playoff narrative. They beat the GOAT, and they go to the NFC Championship game.
Well, thanks, guys.
Will Garrity, this is for you, buddy.
Thanks, guys, for watching.
We did it, Joe.
Thanks for watching, beauties. Let's go.
See you later.
Love you.